Welcome inside the friendly confines of Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers, Massachusetts for Alley Chat's exclusive coverage of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour final between North Conference champion Nate Lees, who's on lane 9 right now, taking on the South Conference champion Jason Gauthier Sr. 5 strings, total pinfall, determining the winner of this match. And right now, Nate has the 2-4-10 on a headpin hit there. And he can't cut it over to take out the 10, so he'll be open in the first. Nate had to go on the road in the playoffs as he starts his match with a 10. Carrying a overall average of 118, and in the tour he averaged 115.64. A devastating headpin hit, and it's the 8 that remains. That wood might be a little troublesome as it rolls in front of it, but looks like it's gonna clear out of the way. And he has it. First markup on the board. Nate has a high single of 189 and a high triple of 458. Here's his bonus. Another head pin hit, another single pin. This is the 7. 2 pieces of wood on the plate, one up against the lip of it. See if he can get by it here. And he can, right in the face for his second consecutive mark. These bowlers will bowl 5 boxes at a time and alternate lanes, going over to lane 10 for the second half of this string. And a devastating strike. Coming out of the gate looking good, 4 headpin hits. Nate had to beat Mike McGinty to get here, throwing a 591 to McGinty's 538. The Portsmouth Bowlorama up in New Hampshire to earn the chance to be here today. Here's the first of 2. Oh, that was a good-looking ball, and he has 7 in the first. 4-7-8. And that wood is now frozen against the 4. As he takes a moment to survey the leave. Oh, and he wanted to go deep and just slid by the wood that time, so he puts 8 into the strike. And still there. But a fine 75 half to start. As we profile the Southern Conference champion, Jason Gauthier Sr., out of Holyoke, Mass., representing Turn Hall. And he plucks out the 2-pin to start his night. Jason was the South 4 division winner by 3 points over John Blaze, so he had home house advantage in the playoffs and took advantage of it. And he starts with a 5. His tournament average right around his overall average, about 114. Just set career marks for single and triple 192 high single and a 472 high triple as he takes 3 out on the right side. He'll be open his first 2. And the 7 puts him at 12 after 2. Jason had the 4th most number of points in the South behind Keith Beaupre, Nick Norcross, and Jeremy Seaholm, excuse me. Off the head pin again, he'll have 4 horsemen right plus the 5 and the 9. As he looks to settle in. And he'll be open in the 3rd. Fine 10 bucks. 22. Just missed the head pin that time. He'll look at 4 horsemen right plus the 8 pin. Initially had a piece of wood, thought it might help, but rolls into the channel. And he cherries the 3. And a 7 bucks puts him at 29. His high series for the tour, 623, as he cherries the 6 pin on the first ball. That 623 was week 13 in Millis against Dan Gauthier. Still 4 pins standing. And a good effort to clear it out. That'll give him 9 for the box and 37. The difference is a 38.5 for him. Nate's back up on lane 10 after a 75.5. Nate representing the Metro Bowl in Peabody. Just 4 that time on the first. Made a nice recovery, but drove the 1 and 5 straight back, so he'll be open in the 6th. And he'll settle in for an 8 box. That'll put him at 83. Nate's high series and high string took place in the same match, coincidentally at Metro Bowl against Nick Zuffalato. He threw 630, which included a 150. Zuffalato threw a 646 in winning that match. Right now, Nate's looking at 5, 7, 8, and 9. And he took out the 8 pin that time. A 9 box. 92. These bowlers have been bowling pretty much the entire calendar year of 2017 to get to this point, as 32 bowlers divided into 2 conferences. Each conference has 4 divisions, geographically based, as the head pin remains for Nate. And the 10 will put him at 102. He's opened the last 4 boxes. Leaving 5 pins standing so far in this first string of 5. And half Worcester left. Fine recovery there, but once again will be open. The 5 and 9 remain. A 9 will put him at 111. Nate finished second in the North 3 division and had to go on the road all 3 matches to come here. Off the head pin that time, and he'll look at 1, 2, and 10. Nice shot. 121 plus. His 4th mark of the first string. And a fine finish. 131 first string for Nate Lees. Jason Gauthier Sr. moves over to lane 10. Had a 38 first half that he started on lane 9. And he's still struggling to find the head pin here. He'll have 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. And he's still searching for his first mark. And that's a 10 box. 48 after 6 for him. So due to being the South 4 division winner, I mentioned before that Jason had home house advantage, and he was very consistent in the playoffs. Once again, we have 4 horsemen right plus the 8 pin. Jason defeated John Blaze in the quarterfinals as coming back. No, just sliding by the head pin. Defeated John Blaze 601 to 508. Another 10. Puts him at 58 after 7. Nick Norcross faced Jason in the semifinal. And Nick's 564 was not enough to best Jason's 594. And in the South final, Jason Sr. defeated Jason Jr. 596, 527, and here we are. Oh, what a great 10 box that time. His 3rd consecutive. 4, 6, and 7 clean. 34 the difference in completed frames. That's the 3rd time he's had that same leave. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. And there's the first mark on the board for him. Spare on the 9th, and he's opposite a 9 from Nate. But again, spare strike in the 10th for Nate put him up to 131. So this is a big bonus ball right here. And pulled it. Just 3 that time, puts him at 81. And he nearly converts, leaving the 4. That 10 puts Jason Gauthier Sr. at 91, 40 the difference going into string 2. String 2 ready to begin as Jason Gauthier Sr. is on lane 10. Light in the pocket. We'll look at the diamond. 3, 5, 6, and 9. Oh, a little too full on 3 and leaves the 5. And he starts with a 10. Looking to rebound from that tough start. Right in the pocket, the 5-9. Looks like he's settled in here. Should have a clear shot at this. Oh, a little too fine on the 5. Another 10. While the marks haven't come so far for Jason, he hasn't left a pin standing since the 5th, and that was a 9. That one got away. A fine recovery that time. Five and 9 still there. That 9 will put him at 29 so far. Jason representing the Turn Hall and Holyoke. From what I understand, conditions not quite as forgiving as they are here at the Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers. Ooh, heavy on the head pin. And just a 7 that time, 36. Pulled that one here as his first half is string 2's about to conclude. The 1-7-8. And an 8 will put him at 44. North Conference champion Nate Lees is on the line right now, lane 10 here at the Sunnyside Bowladrome. He recorded a 131 in the first string, which included 4 marks. One, 2, 8, and 9. Oh, he just caught the head pin. Open to start the second string. And an 8 box. Finishing second in the North 3 division, as he has the 4, 5, and 7 to look at, means that he had to go on the road and he had some heavy hitters that he had to take out. Just missed as he tried to take the 4 and 7, get some sidewall action to take out the 5. Nate had to drive from his home in Salem, Mass, up to New Hampshire twice. First, starting with the New Hampshire State champion John Winchell at Exeter Lanes. He beat Winchell by 3 pins, 564, 561. Winchell, the only bowler to knock over more than 11,000 pins in the 18 weeks, as Nate surveys the 3, 5, 7, and 10. Into Academy to take on Dave Mallahan in the North semifinal. Open his first 3 in string number 2. That was a 4-pin match, 593, 589. Nice 10 box, 27. In the final, as I mentioned before, a 591, taking out Mike McGinty up in Portsmouth. McGinty's 538. And there's a nice head pin hit. 1-3. And he'll look at the 4-10. Wood in front of the 10. Little wide. Open the first 4. Takes the sure thing and settles in with a 9 for a 36. So the lead's still 40 overall as we're looking at boxes completed. Off the head pin that time. Not happy with the delivery there. Came up a little short. In beating Mike McGinty, that's the... Oh, a great shot. His first mark, actually the first mark for either bowler in string 2. Mike McGinty, the owner of the only 700, 704. Jason Gauthier Sr. has the 2, 4, and 5. At a 44.5, and he's off the 2, which was the object of that triangle. Score that a 9, that'll put him at 53. In eliminating his son from the playoffs, Jason Jr., the reigning champion on New England Candlepins, filmed out of Millis. Wow, not much happening on there as he's frustrated at that head pin hit. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10. No wood. Oh, a great shot! That went out like 1. spare in the 7th. $63 plus. Bonus. Oh, and they're all going to go. So a strike in the 8th puts him at 83 plus 2 balls here. He's doing what he can to get back in this match. Again, these are 5-string matches, scratch. And since it's the finals, we're only concerned about total pinfall. During the regular season, the bowler will receive 2 points for winning each string, 1 through 5, and then 4 points for total. Here's the first of 2 bonus balls. Another head pin hit, 4-5-7. That wood is not flat against the plate, but it gives him a chance to convert. Oh, right around the 5. So he puts 9 in the strike, 10 in the box. $102 going into the 10th. Not bad. The 1-3-9, he's got wood between the 3 and the 9. If he can drive it straight back, he'll have his, and he's wide left. A 9 puts him at 111. So 202 so far. Nate Lees is on a mark. He's on lane 9 here. 46 plus this bonus ball. Not the fill he wanted, just 4 that time. That puts him at 50 right now. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Oh, everything right around the 10 that time. A fine recovery after a disappointing fill. Waiting for that wood to settle down as he fires and takes out the single. And that'll put him at 60. 47 the difference overall. Oh, through the heart. Clipped eagle. 2, 3, 4, and 6. Just tried to catch that 2, but he'll be open here in the 7th. And a disappointing 7 box that time. Right in the pocket and a strike. His second mark of string number 2. His second strike. So far he's had good fills with the exception of that ball that started the second half of this string. 9, 10, 8, 10. That 4. Here's the first of 2 bonus balls. 7 on the first, 2, 4, and 7. No. That 9 will put Nate at 95. $33 the difference. Oh, another big headpin hit. The king stands alone on lane 9. Right in the face. 105 plus. Keep in mind that Jason finished his second string with a 111. That was ugly. That 7 puts him at 112, so he adds an extra pin to his lead, which is now 41 as we're 2 strings completed, 3 to go to decide the champion. Starting the 3rd string is Nate Lees, who just finished the 2nd with a 112. He's 243 to start. Up by 41. Two, 5, and 7 with some wood to help here. Oh, it didn't go over. And a 10. Nate once again representing the Metro Bowl in Peabody. And he touches them all. He had a strike in the first, strike in the second, and his first here in the third. He's had good fills throughout. First bonus ball, he has 6, 7, and 10. Wow, I thought he put it right where he had to. Fills his strike with 9. Leaving the 10. So a 10, a strike 9, and another 10. Off the headpin that time, he'll look at 4 horsemen right. 1, 3, 6, and 10. He doesn't waste too much time. Gets the ball off the rack and fires and has his second mark. In string 3, taking it out. Bonus. Oh, and he pulled that one just 4 that time. Puts him at 53 through 4. Oh, a great shot. So he'll go into the second half at 63 plus a ball. Jason Gauthier Sr. is up on lane 9 doing some housekeeping here. Just finished with a 111 in string 2. Only 3 marks to this point. And he will look at the 1 and the 4. Might be able to. Oh, a nice shot. Spare in the first. Jason has some work to do, trailing by 41 overall. Coming into string 3. And he's got a decent fill of 6. 1, 3, 7, and 8 is what he looks at. Oh, he's just a little thin that time. Opposite of strike 9. 8. Oh, he has them all. His second strike. His high string for the tour, a 154, which was part of a 615 in a win against Keith Beaupre at Woburn. He needs something like a 154 to climb back in this championship match. Just missed the head pin that time. We'll look at 4 horsemen left plus the 9. No wood to help. 5 in the first. Oh, yes! Takes out the horseman, the 9, the last to go, getting help off the sidewall. 54. Plus whatever he gets on this bonus ball. Got some help that time. The ocean ball yields 7. By far his best start to the match so far. 3, 9, and 10 with some help. Oh, not this time. A 10, 71. So a good first half for Jason that time. Nate is back up on lane 10, getting ready to finish his third string. He's at 63 plus. And he'll look at the triangle. 3, 5, and 6. Got it. 3 in a row. 80 plus a ball here in the 6th. To Today's winner will walk away with 500, the runner-up 300. And again, all the action coming to you from the Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers, Massachusetts. Brooklyn pocket hit. Another good fill. Another 7. Puts him at 87 right now. Oh, another fine shot. 4 in a row. 5 out of 6. And that open was a 10. He started with a 10. He hasn't left the pin standing so far, as he's really putting the pressure on the South Conference champion, Jason Gauthier Sr. 97 plus this bonus. Wow, that's as good a ball as he's thrown, and he'll have the Woolworth. $105 right now. Piece of wood that's flush against the plate, and he got it! 5 in a row. Nate's right around his overall average, which is 118. He gets a break, clearing out the split. 122 right now, 3-6-10, and he almost stole it. He was wide of that spare opportunity. Still there. 130 right now as we go into the 10th. Just catches the head pin that time. He'll look at the diamond. 2, 4, 5, and 8. Not this time. The 8 is still there. And the 10 gives him a 140. 383 to start. Jason Gauthier Sr. moving over to lane 10. He had a 71 half. Not the way he wanted to start the second half as he punches out the half-wister left. Oh, but a great recovery, and he takes out the wister. His 4th mark of string 3. Oh, and he touches the ball. Light pocket hit, got mixing action that time. He only had 3 marks coming into the 3rd. He already has 5. He's at 101 plus 2. Trying to keep within striking distance. Oh, and he plucks out just the 2. But he's got another bonus ball. Not the fill he wanted. Just 3. But he does yeoman work to get an 8 box, puts him at 112. Going into the 9th. 51 overall the difference. Lost that one. Held onto it too long. Took out the 3, the 4, and the 6. Oh. Still 5 pins standing that time. Oh, just a 6 box. That one hurt. $118 going into the 10th. So unless Jason puts up a double here, the deficit is going to grow as he has the 1, 2, and 4. As the legendary Frank face will clear that piece of wood. Jason started with a 91. In the second, at a 111. The thunderous hand for Frank as he takes care of that piece of lumber. Oh, wow. I don't think he could have hit it any better, but the 4 is still there, so he'll be open in the 10th. The 9 puts him at 127. $329, things trending in the right direction. $54 the difference. As Jason will start string number 4. Off the head pin, and we'll have the high-low jack to look at. 3 pieces of wood on the deck. Oh, he just slid by the head pin. An 8 box. Little full that time. I'll have the 2, 4, 10 to look at. Little wide that time. It'll be open in the second. Score that a 9. 17. Light hit. The 3-9. Might be tough if he can slide between those 2 pieces of wood and get the middle piece, but he drives it straight through for his first mark of the 4th. His 9th overall. He had 5 marks in his 127 third string. Got away with it. Fill a 7. 1, 6, 10. Not this time. 9 will put Jason at 43. The 2-4. Yes. So he'll go into his second half at 53 plus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nate Lees. 383 the front three. A 54-pin lead. And he will have the 2 and the 10. Oh, and he takes care of it. He put his arms up like he thought he was going to come up empty. But the wood took out the 10, and he has another spare. That's his 11th of the match. Oh, a big hit this time in the 1-3, and he'll have the 7-pin. No. $10. 29. Oh, no doubt about that one. Opposite of spare 7. But Nate keeps marking, which keeps pushing the deficit higher and higher as we close in on the conclusion of the match, and a double. No $1,000 for 3 in a row. Here we go. That looks good, but it just missed the head pin, so. $7 on the first. Yes. What a start to the fourth for Nate Lees. 86 plus. Jason Gauthier Sr. moving over to lane 9. And he will have 9 in his spare. which puts him at 62. The 8 pin. Yes. $72 plus this bonus. And he'll fill his spare with 7, which puts him at 79. The 1, 9, and 10. Oh. The 10 is still hanging around. The 9 will put him at 88. Jason coming off a 127 third string. Box number 8 of string 4. The 3-5. Oh. Just the 3 that time. And a 10. Which will put him at 98. 329. First 3 coming into the 4th. Carries him average of about 114, so. Oh, a big hit this time. And the 6-9. Piece of wood out in front. Not this time. $10, 108. Going into the 10th. Light hit, some mixing action. The 9-10. That's the kind of day that Jason Gauthier Sr.'s had. The 9 puts him at 117. And a 446. Nate Lees is back up for his second half of string 4, 86, plus this ball. $93 as he fills his spare with 7. The 1, 3, and 5. Just sliding by. And a 10. One, 6, and 10. Not this time. That was a surprise. Thought that was set up how he would want it, but he'll settle for another 10. 113. Still perfect. He was perfect in the third, too, with that 140. Excuse me, I just lied. He had an 8 in the ninth. 2 and 2 this time. 2, 4, 6, and 10. Not this time. .122 as we go into the ninth. Already over 500. Big hit, and he'll look at the 6-pin. For his 5th mark. No.
Oh, brother. Brother. Yeah, right back, kid. Right back. Have it.
There it is.
Brother Nate, I would have done it.
132. The rare times he's off the head pin, he'll look at the 4 horsemen left plus the 6 and the 10. Just a 6 box. 138. $526. As the lead is 80 going into the 5th and final string here of the finals of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, brought to you by Alley Chat from Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers, Massachusetts. This is Nate Lees. Light in the pocket. We'll look at the triangle. 4, 7, and 8. 4 pieces of lumber on the plate. Should be able to drive it straight back. He did, but it didn't take out the 7. We open here to start the 5th. And he'll settle in with a 9. Nate with strings of 131, 112, 140, and 138. And he averaged right around 115 for the tour. Another head pin hit. The 5-8. I think he should have a clear shot at it. He's got it. Spare in the second. Nate's high single of 189, his high triple of 458. Bonus. Not what he wanted that time. Just 2 for the fill. He's had great fills throughout the match. Lost that one. Spare 2 and then a 5. Puts him at 26. Up 80 as we take the turn for home here. Now he's struggling a bit. Half Worcester left. 18 weeks of competition throughout New England for these 32 bowlers. And 3 rounds of playoffs to make it to the final. Nate 7 puts him at 33. And as I mentioned, he was up 80 coming into the 5th and final string. Off to the left again. A fine bid that time, has got some mixing action to take out a bunch, and he will have an 8 box and a 41.5. Before the match started, Jason Gauthier Sr. told me that he set his career highs in single and triple just a couple weeks before the International Candlepin Championship, which just concluded from Moncton, New Brunswick. You'll need a string like that. That's not the way to get it started, as he plucks out the 2 and the 8. Oh, great try. 10 is still there. Jason 446, the first 4. And a 10. Jason from Holyoke Mat. In overall average, which was 113.76, that put him around the middle of the pack, about 19th. Open in the second. His 9 will put him at 19. He had 149 points. Dave Mallahan, which is the North 2 division winner, had the most of anybody. He had 176. One, 3, 7, and 10. Nice shot. His first mark of the 5th. Opposite a 5 box from Nate. Six. 1, 3, 7, and 8. Nicely done. Spare in the 4th. .45 plus. Oh, nearly a strike. The 3 pin is still there. Yes. So 3 consecutive spares for Jason Gauthier Sr. puts him at 64. Just the 6 pin on the first ball on lane 10. And a 9 puts Nate at 50. Nate Lee's in the 7th. The big 5. 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. No. Still 4 pins standing. An 8 box. 58. Moving into the 8th. Off to the right again. Taking out the 6, 9, and 10 that time. Only a spare 2. And he makes the recovery and has his second spare of the 5th. That's 68 plus. Fill of 8. The 3, 6. And there it is. Puts him at 86 plus. Wow, that was right in the 1-3, but not much happening. Fill of 4 puts him at 90. Diamond left plus the corners. And he'll be open in the 10th. $99 and a fine $625. And again, as I mentioned, the high series for the tour is at $630. So fine 5-string total for him. Oh, Jason Gauthier Sr. had a wanted 10. He'll settle for half of that. Oh! The 9 is still there. 10. 79. He was 79 after 6 in the 4th as well. Spare leave, 1, 3, and 6. Yes. His 4th mark of the 5th. All spares. Spare 6, spare 9, spare 5. It's at 89 plus. Just missed the head pin that time, but he fills his spare with 7, put him at 96. He'll have the 7, 9, and 10. 4 pieces of wood on the deck. No! Wow. That's a 9. $105. Oh, he gets a break on that 4 pin, and he'll look at the 3, 6, and the 10. That's set up pretty well. Position for his 5th mark, or what would be, or what is, his 5th mark of the 5th. That puts him at 115. Side saddle triangle, 3, 6, and 9. Let's put Jason at 122, but we have a winner of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. And that would be Nate Lees with a fine 625. At 9, I'll put Jason at 131. And a 577. Nate Lee's the winner of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, defeating Jason Gauthier Sr.'s in the finals at the Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers, Massachusetts, 625 to 577. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to Alley Chat to watch this exclusive coverage of the finals of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. For more information, you can go on AtlanticCandlepin.com or alleychat.net. For Mike Machici and Frank DeLuca, I'm Kyle Bruce. We'll see you next time on Alley Chat.